We welcome you to the Q in Cleveland for Game 1 of TNT's playoff doubleheader. The usual capacity crowd, better than 21,000 turning out. This may be the highest decibel level in the NBA. They are pumped up for Game 2 of the Eastern Conference playoff semifinal series. It's the third seed Toronto Raptors and the defending champions, the second seed Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavs looking to go up 2-0. Raptors hope to... Being played here by DeRozan. Irving on the drive. And the kick by Thompson.
Does for them is they have two bigs now that can spread the floor, so they got to attack big guys, just like Kyle did there. He's accepted that challenge and done well.
Now Love shoots. That's a two-pointer. Had a high. Lowry on a step back. Yes.
You didn't sense a rattle, did you, Marvin?
Nice move by Powell. Smith using the screen from Thompson. Screens, rebounds, hit his free throws. And this is Anderson, who
2 straight years over 100 threes, 94 this year. Marv would have had 100 but missed a few games.
And Love comes right back with the straight up. And Irving shoots over Lowry. Irving comes across. Irving all the way. Ibaka got a piece of it.
Marv.
Love over Patterson. Smith finding Irving in the corner. Oh, they're whipping the ball around as they did the other night. Here's Smith. Yes! Sparkling start once again by the Cavaliers. Lowry with room for 3. Yes, so Daddy.
I'm surprised he hasn't gotten out of the house to do this game with you, Marv.
Puts a move on. Another on Tucker's. Played him well. Here's Channing Frye, just checked in and knocks down a 3 a year ago.
Yeah, he's just been so consistent and playing so confident here for the Cavs.
Irving puts the brakes on against Lowry, then cuts the other way to the left hand, and the tip is good. Here's Valanciunas. And the collision with Frye was what they had to come out and guard us.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Marv.
All right, Kristen. Here is Channing Frye once again from downtown. Now Lowry shoots for 3. And he's been lighting it up. 13 of 18, 6 for 6 from three-point territory. Here's Joseph. Ibaka. Spinning. Yes.
Kyrie Irving with 5 assists, had 10 in game 1, halfway there, and 6 of 6 from the three-point line.
Oh, here's James. No question about his first quarter here tonight. Lowry, series of this. Crowd wanted to travel. LeBron checking the clock as he has Ibaka in front of him. Shoots from 3. Game from three-point range, but 7 for 7 here at the start. Ibaka, yes.
Attempts, he's rattled out. And LeBron right back to the same spot.
For 3. Lowry on the hop to Valanciunas. Shot clock to 6. Valanciunas. Powell's pass picked off. Smith was right there. Here comes LeBron all the way. The intent of JR. Valanciunas on the drive, goes right at James. Played so well in the series against Milwaukee, looked to put a move on James, and had nowhere to go. Got caught in the air.
One of those possessions for Toronto, you got to get side to side.
Oh, the Cavaliers able to fast break.
It's LeBron, you mentioned that.
Here is Lowry. DeRozan on the drive is turned back by Thompson. Still looking for his first field goal and comes up short. He thought he was fouled. He's 0 for 7. Nice play from behind as Patterson knocked it away from James. Shumpert for Irving. Shot clock to 3. Irving for 3. Cleveland in possession, up by 12. You see the magic of Kyrie Irving getting it to Shumpert, and he hits a 3.
In the paint going, Jonas Valanciunas is a key offensive player here in the second half.
All right, Kristen. Well, the shot clock was running down, and now Kyle Lowry. Powell with the flip, and Ibaka with the stuff. In Cleveland, Irving straightaway pump. And words between Ibaka and Thompson. Irving just took a hard hit on a screen. Nice move by Lowry, and he puts it home. James got picked off by Ibaka. Pick and roll. Ibaka goes short, and then game number 3 on Friday night. Here's James. Yes, in points. Here is James feeling it. That's his 4th three-pointer. He's 4 for 5 from downtown. Ibaka from Lowry. DeRozan. And here they, once again, they corral him. Ibaka. Thompson kicks it back out. They've been swinging it beautifully. And it ends up.
Kyrie open from a deadly spot.
Oh, Thompson all alone. We saw that in game 1. DeRozan was held in check in game 1. Now on the drive, lays it off to Valanciunas. Yes, and the foul. Semi-final series. Cavaliers trying to make it 2-0. Irving, yes, it's a 3. Finished with only 10 wins in their final 24 games and lost their 4 regular season games. Of Indiana, actually 7 days between games. Thompson, it counts in the foul. And again, you think he'll do it again after he hit two in a row. Irving took it away from Powell, goes behind the back, and James with the stuff. They lead it 97-73. Irving, who's one of the great ball handlers in the game, shows you why once again. So the 4th quarter underway. Here's right to the basket, and he scores.
The country with the type of performance and the way he's been able to step up.
Korver trying to get to a spot. Fry does, and hits right on. He's 4 for 4 from three-point land.
Devastated the Indiana Pacers in that series, and I think they want to just keep establishing some rhythm. That's why he's still out there. With Darren Williams, they run that corner baseline. Those are the kind of shots they get.
Valanciunas on the inside. Back-to-back double-doubles. First time in his career, Joseph, and a foul on Tristan Thompson.
Give JV the ball on the move, Matty, not necessarily stationary post-ups.
Still had a big night. JV with James on him. Staying with him, moving his feet. James backing in, spinning. And they're not bringing any doubles.
Otherwise, this team moves the ball too easily.
Ibaka struggled
inside and be a force down low as well.
Battling with Love. He was 0 for 4, as that one's going to count. J.R. Smith picks him up in transition. Here's Powell looking for JV. Puts it on the deck. And a hook shot over Love. 9 mark of the 2nd quarter in game 2. Love puts it on the deck. And over top foul. Milwaukee Bucks and responded with the next game 30+. There's Love on the inside. James, now the help comes. Rotation. And there's a wide open 3, and it's good. Continue that trend. They'll break the record held by Golden State, which is 12.8. James wants a call, doesn't get it. Here's Corey attacking. Valanciunas banks it in.
He has taken the shots because that's what the defense has asked him to do, and he's done it.
The Cavaliers pulling Fry back out, putting Thompson in. The steal. Ibaka scoops it up, and a slam dunk in a 2-point game. The Toronto Raptors tied at 18. Spin move, James.
Being out of the game with DeLon Wright running the show.
DeRozan drives and lays it up and through. 9 of 22 from the field. And this Cavaliers defense, it's Cavaliers 53%. Patterson finds Ibaka, there you go.
You got to keep your poise and just move the ball.
Aaron Williams sends it to Kyrie. Cavs have a foul to give. DeRozan driving, pulls up, banks it in. It's 2 for the Cavaliers, 2 for the Raptors. Game 2, they had 16, 15 for 21 in game 2. Here's Powell attacking, Channing Frye. Here's James for 3.
Matt Dwayne Casey's saying, get that ball before. It doesn't mean you got to take something quick, but you want to see what you can get.
Shumpert, Carroll, ball fake, drive, kick. DeRozan looking for the straight line drive on a pull-up jumper. First, DeMar now pushing, gives it up. Powell stutter step to the ring, two-handed slam. JV with a rebound. James tried to come in and grab it. Corey, spin dribble. Corey, crossover, right by. Pace quickening, both teams seeing opportunities. Here's a 3, and that's why. Tristan Thompson, 7 on the clock. Crossover, a little bit of room. Swish! Loses it. James gets it back. Everything through LeBron James with the Cavaliers. And he gets the roll. Maybe take a lead on this shot. No. Giving it up. Getting it back. Tied. 43. Gather it. Love quickly ahead. Cavs are 5 of 16 in the quarter. Just to give themselves a little bit of a lift. James is now guarding DeRozan. Here's Ibaka. He knocks it down. Here's DeRozan. He's got Korver on him here. A matchup to try to expose. Throws it up and in. And he'll head to the line. To foul his second.
How about that, though? Not backing up. Getting right back up on Kyrie Irving.
Here's Tucker now. Tucker finishes.
And that's what man for man this team is doing right now.
Korver. Dangerous. Raptors, 32 points in the paint. They're plus 10 there. DeRozan, jumper, sticks it. Kyrie, up top. Thompson, screen. Corey.
On a foul like that, Matt.
Here's DeMar, jumper, good. He's got 25.
And how about that? You play great. You do a great job defensively. You have to close that possession out.
Cleveland, 1 of 6. J.R. Smith drills it. Their attempts way down. Raptors doing a good job of chasing him off the line. Corey on James. Here's Love. Drills it.
From the basketball, LeBron James sees the floor and he throws going passes to shooters.
And 1 for DeMar DeRozan.
Impressive to see the Raptors fighting on every possession, Matt. They're not giving up anything easy.
Slam dunk.
Starting to accumulate right now. He is getting to the glass, and Jonas Valanciunas has to make him.
5 on the clock. Backing down. Left hand. Wow. You don't worry about my business. And in the absence of Lowry, DeRozan taking flight to James. James fading.
Another over.
Powell the 3, got it! Thompson scoops it up. Kyrie with a good look. Shumpert with it. Raptors back up by 1. Love over Valanciunas. Here's Love. Loses it. Patterson right there. Finds Irving. Korver. 3, good. DeRozan now to DeLon Wright. DeLon finds P.J. Tucker. Tucker, good!
Taking your shots. You can't get swayed. You got that look. You have to take it.
Korver.
Oh, wow.
2 on right. Powell. Ibaka, Patterson, Tucker. James is on the court. Here's Korver, and he's made 3 in a row. Now back over to DeLon Wright. James. Aaron Williams, Shumpert, Korver. And Powell really trying to stay with him.
You got to stay right on his tail.
Thompson on the inside plus the foul. Williams jumper, got it. PJ sets the screen, splitting the double. Tucker inside and knocked out of bounds. The Cavaliers 3 of 3, but they've been to the line. Wow. And the bucket is good. 90th time in his postseason career that LeBron James has scored 30 or more. Of the fourth quarter, 79-77. James feeling confident. Shot
So good, and they know they can turn it on and get those things to happen. And there's JV. We've been looking for him, and that's not going to count. It's going to be a 24-second violation, but now when Casey's saying that ball hit the rim.
It's 99-82 as we near the 5-minute mark. Fred VanVleet is, and for the Raptors, no Kyle Lowry, and unfortunately they were able. And the Raptors all of 7 points here in this fourth quarter. They're 3 for 17. Team is certainly one of the best. Masai Ujiri and Jeff Wellman, they did exactly that. They went out and got Serge Ibaka as well as P.J. Tucker. They're game 3. Great players, great teams, great. They make you question who you are. And when you look at Jones,
a brutal night in Toronto means no Jurassic Park, and the Raptors will have to rely exclusively on the energy from the fans inside the Air Canada Centre. Cleveland's theme, defend the land, and they did that in games 1 and 2. Now Toronto tries to defend the home and native land. With Michael Grange, I'm Brad Bates.
Takes it all the way in, and Ibaka spiked it.
You gotta be better. Better shot. Take care of the basketball.
Loving back on feet from LeBron James and hammers home a two-handed dunk.
Cleveland in this series, the shooting has been off the charts.
Williams knocks it down.
Great basketball, fellas.
LeBron James working against Ibaka, stares him down, and that jumper is butter right now, smooth as silk.
Anytime he gets you in a one-on-one situation, you're in trouble.
Spins on VanVleet, puts one up with the left hand and scores. James spun it around like a DJ on the turntable, and he is making music out there. Music on!
The Cavs stride off the court with a win.
And the Cavs now have a commanding 3-0 lead in this series.
Sunday is a pride game. It's a pride game. We're going to come in and compete with the same level. We do the same thing Sunday, we beat this team.
Game 3 in the books. It was a hard-fought effort on our end. Unbelievable job in the third and fourth quarter. But we understand that in order to close out this series, it's going to take an even bigger effort. And I know they're going to come out with maximum effort, so we just got to match that and some.
Just a single game of hoops on a Saturday night, but we're going to do it right. It's your top 5 on NBA.com. At number 5, we check in with the Gobert report. Rudy Gobert with the shot plant on Kevin Durant. Look at him track back and smack that good for number 5. On to number 4, and the French Connection working to perfection. It's a passing game, people. Magic Gobert on the wraparound to Boris Diaw, who's throwing down. That's in at number 4. At number 3, check out KD. Shakier than a canoe in a monsoon as he gets this one to go through. Glass, please, as Kevin gets a little help from heaven. Luck counts. That's in at number 3. On to number 2, and this top 5 sponsored by the Rudy Gobert fan club as he was going off against the Dubs. Rudy Gobert racing to the rim to throw this one in, a little in action from the Utah Jazz. That's in at number 2. But at number 1, you'd have an easier time walking a pet oyster than stopping the Warriors. Draymond to Iguodala in the lane to bring the pain, and Andre and Draymond land at number 1 on the NBA.com. Come on.
BMO Raptors basketball on TSN is brought to you by BMO, proud partner and official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
Welcome back to Air Canada Centre. Raptors down by 12. Jama Malalela, assistant coach for the Raptors. I mean, stopping LeBron is an obvious question, but how do you stop Kyle Korver? What do you have to do to try to stop him from hitting those threes?
No, that's the difference. For a bench player like that, we know his skill set. He's a one-dimensional player who can shoot the ball. We need to do a better job of identifying that early and being alert and locked into him. It starts with individual coverage, but our teammates got to help each other. Got to throw some switches in to really kind of get him off kilter and add more physicality in guarding him. We can't let him run free.
You know, they like to put the hammer down here. How do you prevent that? What do you have to do to be proactive?
They're a team that goes on runs. We got to match them with a run right now when we start the second half. We got to come out with fire and energy. We got to get some back-to-back threes, get some back-to-back stops, and get us back in this ball game.
Appreciate your time. Jama Malalela, Matt, Jack, go after them because they know they're going to take their run.
Well, Toronto Raptors trail here 61-49 as we revisit the keys to the game.
Well, they've gone after them. The problem is sometimes going after them has caused turnovers, and they've given up 17 points off 11 turnovers. That's been a huge factor. Give Cleveland's defense credit. They've created a bunch of them. Defensive effort, 61 points. Hey, look, Cleveland, give them credit. They're doing a great job sharing the ball, getting wide open threes and twos. And again, the Raptor offense hurting their defense. And lasting impressions. This has been the story the whole postseason when you play Cleveland. Whether you're the Indiana Pacers, you're the Toronto Raptors, they've made 10 threes in the first half. They do a great job spreading you out, making the extra pass, using the dribble to set up the help that sets up the pass to the next pass, and they swing it, man, and they get good looks, and they blow you apart.
Jack, Cleveland has scored 60 or more in each of the games in the first half. Their offense certainly has been exceptional based upon two things. We've talked about it throughout, three-point shooting as well as the foul line. Here's J.R. Smith, open three, doesn't go. And a foul's going to be charged to Valanciunas against Tristan Thompson.
But the thing that Raptor fans are going to have a difficult time with, and are having a difficult time with, I think the Toronto Raptors are a much better team than the Indiana Pacers. How could the Pacers be in every single game down the stretch?
Making shots, Jack.
And the Raptors, and that's why I go back to the Milwaukee Game 6. This team cracked under duress on the road against Milwaukee, and luckily the Bucks missed enough free throws, a ton of free throws, and the Raptors survived. And from that point on, they've just been just inconsistent and jittery when you watch them on offense. And their defense has just not been able to be up to the task on a consistent basis.
Valanciunas was assessed a technical foul. He didn't like the personal foul call against him. 4 points and 1 rebound for JV. He's been open. He takes a three. Doesn't go.
And the Cavs looking to throw the knockout punch right here, Matt.
Irving with the left hand doesn't fall. And tracked down by Tristan Thompson. See if the Raptors can, here in the first 5 minutes of this second half, put up some resistance as they trail by 15. And right through the legs of Joseph, scooped up. Numbers here. Corey picked up by James in transition. DeRozan at the line. And he's able to get to the rim and lay it up and through.
Corey Joseph, another assist, 6 assists. Really played a good game today.
22 points combined to DeRozan and Joseph. James, the top scorer in the game at 16. Tucker right there. And James makes a three with a hand in the face.
Oh, he's just a remarkable player. I mean, what can you say? I mean, P.J. Tucker did as good a job as you can possibly do. And that man is just a fabulous talent.
First player in NBA history to score 240 points, have 50 or more rebounds, 50 or more assists through the first 7 playoff games. In the postseason, he has been that good. Here's Love, and it's out of bounds. JV wanted a call, doesn't get it.
He's only 2 for 7 this afternoon. Valanciunas had 3 bunnies on one end, couldn't go down. Like, they were all pretty good looks, just couldn't put them down, and that one was awkward. Good after Dano getting on the offensive glass.
Here's Joseph. Raptors sizable margin to overcome.
Nice move. There you go.
Valanciunas now 3 for 8. Got to chip away at it if you're Toronto, and you're going to need help from something that you haven't gotten at all in this series, and that's three-point shooting.
33-9 difference in terms of points scored behind the arc. Here's Valanciunas' bucket here. The Raptors have been outscored by 108 behind the line.
In the series.
108. That's like a full game's worth of, I mean, it's just insane.
It's something that over the last couple of years, as we both know, I joked around a little bit about it, but a little bit more serious tone this year with it. And
well, no, they do it well. That's their formula. And threes and free throws.
And the rest of the league is headed in that direction, and it's something that the Raptors will need to take a look at.
It's headed in that direction if there's enough shooters to go around. You know, you got to have but I'll tell you what, if you're a young man, young lady, that's a part of your game that you have to have in your toolkit.
65,000 threes, better than 65,000 threes were taken this year. Most ever in the history of the NBA. Last season, 59,000. 5 consecutive years, J.R. Smith's shot doesn't go, and Love's going to get called for a foul. 5 consecutive years that more threes have been made in the league than the year prior. It's not saying that that's all your offense, because when you look at the usage rate here in the second round, about 38 to 39% of every shot taken is a 3. It's got to become a part of it. And
it's a part of every team's approach. The question is a lot of it's personnel related to the team you have, and at the same time, from a management standpoint, when you're scouting, when you're looking at people, a lot of times that might be the tipping point, whether you take a player or pass on a player. What skill set can you bring? And if a guy can bring the shooting to the table, it's going to improve his chances of your consideration of him.
Corey Joseph, the 3, and it's good! Joseph from Pickering. Serge Ibaka shot better than 40% from 3 as a Raptor prior to the postseason. He hasn't been able to shoot at that level with the same looks here in the postseason. 69-56. Kyrie, look at him dancing with the basketball. 3 seconds. Joseph staying right there. Excellent defense. Kyrie, an air ball, doesn't get any better than that for Corey Joseph.
Well, I made the point earlier. First impressions are lasting, and you don't get a second chance to make the right first impression. But last impressions are lasting too. And when I look at a guy like Corey Joseph, he is a young man that you say, you know what, even though his team's down 0-3, he has given it everything he's got. And that's why I respect him so much. Just his professionalism and how he goes about it.
Ibaka knocks it down. He's got 15, and Ty Lue, as we have seen
every
throughout
time,
this
he's done a great job
series
of preventing runs. Good timeout by Ty Lue. He's a young coach, but he has already proven himself, winning an NBA championship last year, and he's firmly in control of this talent-laden squad, and he's gotten them to buy in to do some good things, and he's making sure they don't let this crowd get back into it. Serge